This is to certify that Movie Chats has been classified for live streaming.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Movie Chats. Little Steve is here. He's just shoving his face full of Sunday lunch. There you go. So we'll just take him off the stream until he finishes. He can catch us up.
Hi guys. Hope everybody's well. Nah, that's gonna mess you up now, isn't it?
No, why? I just swap you. See? Great when you know what you're doing with the controls, isn't it? How was your week been, mate?
It's alright. I've been busy at work, so first day off tomorrow. So that's the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, yeah, it's just been a bit busy, really. You?
Yeah, manic week. I had a nice relaxing day today, but it's been a manic week. Manic year, I think.
I think we say that every week now, haven't we?
Yeah, it's just a manic year. Hi, Pat. Hi, Sharon. Thank you for joining us. We've got 6 people in, so please do say hello. Let us know who we've got in here. Today is just going to be a bit more of a chilled and relaxed show, I think. I think we're just going to have
chill, are you? That's not what we do here.
A bit of a chinwag and a catch up, I think. Let's get the elephant out the room. You should have seen the death looks I was getting off Lana last night when Chris was saying, "Oh, Big Steve on Movie Chat has won another one."
Brilliant.
So, yeah.
Hey, Lindsay Navin. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Keith. I did miss that first bit, and it was like, and Steve's won loads tonight, and I'm like, oh, I wanted to know what he'd won.
It's all your birthday presents.
Yeah, I heard. You better be careful, mate, because I have more access to things you don't want. In abundance.
It's all your birthday presents. And Mrs. Lover's getting a DVD off me as well that I've arranged for Chris to send to her. So there you go. Yeah, so if you don't know what we're talking about, one of our close friends, Chris Hayden, he's got a reselling business and he was selling on Whatnot, which is like an online QVC rip-off auction show.
He does look like he's on QVC, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he acts like he's on QVC as well. He acts like he's on QVC as well. He goes, "Oh, look at this! Oh, isn't this brilliant for £5?" And it's all good fun. It's all good fun. Anyway, so I won a hat and what did I win? What was it called? Spirits Within figure.
You was very generous with that hat, weren't you?
Only because Stu bloody Mandry. Git. But yeah, it was all good fun. £10, and that was my free £10 anyway for signing up.
Yeah, that's what I was like last week. I was like, I think I spent about 20 odd quid, and I was like, in the end, I ended up spending about 15.
Yeah, it only cost me £5 really, because like I say, £10 of it for free. Right, let's move on, shall we? Let's get this piece of crap done and out the way. It was crap. Let's move on to featured actor.
It was not crap. It is a staple of history in movie making.
I don't know. Right. So for those of you
fess up. Tell everybody.
For those of you that don't know, we had Lindsay and Alvin on last week. Okay.
Come on.
They know that I've got a
passion.
Hatred for musicals. So when I asked them last week for a film as a suggestion to do his homework movie, they took great pleasure in stabbing me in the heart and coming up with the crap Grease 2. Right? So, I put it off all week. I've been off work today. I put it on. I got halfway through the song Back to School, and Lana's screaming at me, turn that crap off. I got an
Don't
hour.
bring Lana into this.
I got an
I
hour.
just spoke to Lana, and Lana loved it.
I got an hour into the film. I got to the bit where he's just renovated the bike, okay? And then Frenchie's asking him what he's doing, and he goes and crashes his bike on the field, and then I turned it off, okay?
He's only learning to ride a bike at that point.
Yeah, so at that point, I'm an hour in, and an hour and a 52-minute film, and I couldn't bear the other 52 minutes. I am sorry, Lindsay Navan. I have given it my all. You know, I even got through.
No, he didn't.
I got through We're Back in School. I got through the flipping Daft song about bowling. I got through the Reproduction song. I got through Cool Rider. I even enjoyed the bit where she starts shuffling down the high street like bloody Lana was doing when she was in Liverpool, when she was on the drunken silent disco. You know, it's not like I never tried. I just don't think you can replicate Grease and just call it 2 with a whole new cast and a whole, you know, I don't think it works. But then again, I don't like musicals, so that's probably
Name's cool.
Rydell.
Mm-hmm. Same school, different year.
Mm-hmm.
Some returning cast. I think the songs are arguably catchier than the original.
The only question I've got is that does the science teacher and the music teacher get it on by the end of the film?
You're going to have to watch it to find out.
Do we get like a reproduction too?
Reproduction too. Where does the pollen grow?
I don't know, but Shooter McGavin's in it though.
Yes, he is.
He is. I was like, ooh. He's never played a serious role in his life. I don't know. Do you reckon Michelle Pfeiffer, when she was in that lineup for that cast, do you think she's thinking, I'm going to have a serious movie career on the back of this?
I don't know. Are we froze?
You might have done.
Oh, you won't then. Oh, there we go. I'm froze.
There we go. Yeah. Lindsay and Arvin love that reproduction song. I just, you know, it starts off with them drawing like the tubes on the board, and then next thing you know, they're talking about plants, and then they're all dry humping each other in class, and yeah, I just couldn't get my head around what was going on, and then at the end he goes, "Where does the pollen go?" And you're like, "Is that the end of the song?" Right, okay. And then they disappear off. And then did he go bowling after that or before that? I can't remember whichever. Anyway, the bowling song just annoyed the crap out of me anyway, as well. I don't know. I don't know what it. No, just musicals. Musicals in general just do not. I just don't get on with musicals in general. Be quiet, you. Lana shouting, I love them. No, we're not having the Greatest Showman. It's not happening. Yeah, I don't like the music. No, you're right, Kathy. It is a new thing. I do not like musicals. Let's bowl. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, we're going to score tonight. Yeah, it was just cheesy. Just cheesy. Alvin isn't a fan either. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Do I give you another chance the next time you come on to recommend it? Because we have put people in movie chat prison for less. You know, we've definitely put people in movie chats prison for less. Is he back? Is he here? Here
There
he
we
is.
go. I don't know what happened then. Okay, now it's weird.
Right. So have we decided that if it is Kathy's birthday today? Because we had Wednesday, we had Friday, we had Saturday, we had every day apart from Thursday. Is it actually Kathy's birthday today?
Yeah.
It is. Happy birthday, Kathy.
Happy birthday. Yeah, it's definitely a birthday today.
Peter says there's a High School Musical trilogy. Yes, there is. That's another set that we're not going to talk about it. Yes, Peter, you are right. You have been in Movie Chat's prison for that Ray Winston summer holiday swimming movie you made us watch. Nope, we've lost little Steve again. So it's you I've got to thank, is it, Lindsay? There we go. I never changed my mind. It was everyone else. It's great, isn't it, when you know when your birthday is and your daughter's saying, no, it's on a different day. Must be a mouse eating his Wi-Fi, his broadband wires. Yeah. Right. So let me know what you think about Grease 2, because I hated it. Little Steve loves it. He's not here to defend it. You know, case closed. Shit film. What about Cliff's movie somehow? No. It's one I've not watched. It's not one I've got any intentions of watching. Yeah, Gareth saying great minds. Lindsay saying it's amazing. It's not. It's not amazing at all. The only saving grace is that I didn't watch the whole hour and 52 minutes of it. However, I was talking to Steve this morning. Before we come live, and I couldn't remember what film I watched this morning. I messaged these guys at 7:00 this morning, and then I couldn't remember what film I put on. I watched the film for 2 hours and I can't remember what it was. It just shows how good it was.
I don't know what's going on there.
It's like keeps unplugging the router.
It must be something. We had some power cuts last night, so I'm not sure if there's something going on in the area. But it's just playing up. Yep, see, even Neil says it. Excellent. Grease 2 is excellent. It's just you.
No, I just haven't got the mental bandwidth for musicals. I just haven't got it. So anyway, that's Grease 2 gone and out the way. Right, our featured actor this week is, I was going to say, the amazing Bruce Willis. However, I was right in my assessment last week. Since 2006, he's not done anything of note.
No. Not really.
No. So, what's everyone's favorite Bruce Willis movies? You know, let's thinking up the next suggestion now. You can suggest it. I don't need to accept it. Yeah, let the chat. Come on, chat. Give me your top 5 Bruce Willis movies. Stevie, what's your top 5 Bruce Willis films?
Well, it's a tough one. See, the thing is, it's like I've gone with Die Hard as one of them because, as we said before, obviously when it's franchises like that, like Die Hard 3. I was doing a bit of research, and you know, Die Hard Back with a Vengeance, right?
I enjoy that film.
It's a cracking film. It's one of my favourites, to be fair. But it's when you look at who it was up against. Like it was a top grossing film for that year, right? But when you consider it was up against Apollo 13, it was up against Toy Story, and there was another big one. I can't remember which one was it now. But literally, you just thought there was no way it would be as big as they were. But it was a top grossing film that year.
But if you have a look at the cast for A Vengeance, that's the one with Jeremy Irons as Simon, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
And Samuel L. Jackson as Zeus.
Mm.
You know, it's got a great cast, and I can sort of believe that people are going to go and see that because, like I say, Jeremy Irons is just coming off the back of stuff like The Lion King and stuff like that, wasn't it? Because that Vengeance was before The Lion King, after The Lion King, if I remember correctly, wasn't it? Where he was star. So he was just getting a bit of a push in Hollywood and stuff like that. And then when you've got Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson, neither of those two people at that time.
Every man and his dog was going watching Apollo 13 and Toy Story. And for it to beat that, that's mental. Anyway, so I've gone Unbreakable, The Sixth Sense, Pulp Fiction, Die Hard, and The Fifth Element.
Okay. Bruce Willis is very poorly, just fitting in this. Yeah, I can.
There he is, our very own QVC.
Here he is. Yeah, yeah. I can understand your point there, Kathy. Don't get me wrong. You know, there's a time in an actor's career though where you're ill. Look at Michael J. Fox. Michael J. What was that radio station one or the news one that he did just before we retired from acting altogether? But he was practically just sat down behind the desk, wasn't he, for a lot of it? Because obviously,
Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, he was in a TV series, wasn't he? Yeah. I can't remember what it was called. But it comes a time though where you go, right, I'm not well enough for this now.
Well, he was hiding it, wasn't he? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox was hiding it at that point.
So, but a lot of the stuff he's done never even got a cinematic release. It went there or theatre release. It went straight to DVD, and we're talking late noughties.
Oh, not again.
I can hear you. You're just frozen up.
It's fucking bollocks. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So you're talking late noughties. So you're not talking like COVID times or anything like that, but it's straight to DVDs. My special mentions, my honourable mentions, I've gone with The Sixth Sense. I've gone with The Jackal, Tears of the Sun, The Last Boy Scout, and Blind Date, which is a very early Bruce Willis movie. I just love that. I just love it when he's doing the early comedy stuff. My top 5 in no particular order, as always, is Die Hard, Armageddon, The Fifth Element, 12 Monkeys, and Hudson Hawk. Now, not many people enjoy Hudson Hawk, but I do. And I do like the early comedy Bruce Willis stuff. So while Steve's trying to figure out what's going on with his, let's have a look what the chat's saying. Sharon saying Red 2. Do you know, I haven't seen any of the Red movies at all. Kathy saying Sixth Sense. Lindsay and Alvin have got Red, The Fifth Element, and Armageddon. So I do need to watch Red because a couple of these have now put that on there. Armageddon.
Have you never seen Red?
No, I've not seen them, no.
Bloody hell.
Neil's saying Sixth Sense. The only problem with Sixth Sense is that now I know the ending and I know the twist.
Yeah,
There's no point in watching that film again.
fair enough.
You know, let me justify that. Okay, now there's films that I watch over and over and over again. Star Trek 2, Aliens, stuff like that, for example. And I know what goes on, and I just really enjoy the film. But when you've got, it's like Unbreakable. When you've got a twist that's that big at the end of the film, then for me it ruins the rewatchability of it. Yeah,
I know what you're saying. I mean, it's the same as like Sixth Sense and stuff, innit? I mean, I'd love to be watching those movies again now, not knowing what I know. Do you know what I mean? But having saying that, out of the trilogy, Unbreakable is the strongest one, I think, for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, Split was a good movie, but it's a different movie in itself.
Yeah. There we go. Peter's saying Pulp Fiction, Die Hard, all of them. The Fifth Element, 12 Monkeys. Yeah. 12 Monkeys
12 Monkeys is a good movie.
I need to
see. I also had down 12 Monkeys, Sin City, Death Becomes Her, and Glass. Because I thought he was alright in Glass.
Yeah. Chris has been on the phone to the mortgage company.
Yeah.
It's no excuse for him being late. Mercury rising. Yeah. I know what you're saying. And if I was to take Star Trek 2, okay.
Yeah.
We all know Spock dies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We all know it's a big spoiler alert, guys. If you haven't seen Star Trek 2: The Wrath of Khan, okay, Spock dies. not just at the beginning; he dies at the end. You take that, but it's a very enjoyable film, and you can see the build up to something happening.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily the be all and end all of the film. It's a great film without that. The Sixth Sense, it's a very slow burner through. And then obviously when you get something that's that big and that impactful to the film, then yeah, don't all act surprised now. When it's that impactful to the film, I don't enjoy going back because I already know the big plot twist. You know, it's like Seven. Seven's really, really good. And then when you realize who the killer is at the end of Seven, and the fact that you see him a few times in the film, it's sort of, but it doesn't take away the whole what's in the box. You know,
yeah,
Seven doesn't have the same impact for me as the Sixth Sense. You know, Seven. That's what I don't know if I'm explaining myself properly there or not.
No.
Mm.
Mind you, I don't really care. It's illogical.
See, yeah. When you watch it again, you enjoy it because you know what's coming out. It's like watching Squid Games again.
Yeah.
But now you know that the clues are on the walls.
Yeah.
Then it's no fun anymore trying to guess what's happening.
What was in the box? Was it £100? What the hell is he on about?
Yeah, deal or no deal.
All right. Yeah, there you go. Hey, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. I mean, I don't. It would be nice to be in that situation. And I think some of the movies that I watch nowadays, I look out for them sort of films that are like there's a twist at the end, but at least there's a twist. But when I say there's a twist, it's complete. It's not a twist and then a cliffhanger. Do you know what I mean? Or a your interpretation sort of thing. I like it where there's actually genuinely twists. I think that was what was good with that menu, the way the menu was. honestly, mate, it's well worth a watch. There's no singing in it. You'll be happy to know.
Gods of Egypt. That's what I watched this morning.
You watched Gods of Egypt over Grease 2.
Yeah. Told you it was something not very memorable.
Jesus Christ.
just going back to the twist. So it's the Fight Club twist. You don't even see that coming until you're halfway through the explanation of what was actually being explained to you of how that's happened. You know, so even not just you know, so it's not like it's very clear that the Fight Club twist.
Yeah.
Even when you get halfway through the explanation that it's all in, you know, that half of what you've watched has been going on in his head, it's still not very clear to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good movie. Unknown. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, going back to Bruce Willis, is there anything else we've not covered?
Die Hard, Armageddon. To be fair, Armageddon's a film that I could probably watch again. I haven't seen that for a couple of years, but having Spotify Premium now, and because I listen to a lot of the movie soundtracks and stuff, they keep throwing in the Armageddon soundtracks.
I would have loved it if they'd been throwing in musicals for you.
No, they haven't. They haven't been throwing in musicals. They've been throwing in a lot of instrumental stuff, you know, like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. However,
Hans Zimmer stuff as well.
Yeah, one thing I do notice about these soundtracks, though, when I'm listening to it, I was listening to the one from Avatar.
Yeah.
And I'm sat there and I'm thinking it's a different film. You know, and I'm sat there and I had to have a look at. They all sound the same. It's like the Aliens and Star Trek 2. That is played all the way through the film, and it's almost identical when you listen to it. You know, and I could have swore this Avatar one was something from Jurassic Park when you're listening to the back to back.
Yeah.
But you forget how good soundtracks to like Braveheart was and Gladiator and stuff like that when you just, and it was just when you're playing through them, you know.
Yeah, they're cool. They're good. I like the instrumental stuff though. It's nice. It's good to listen to.
So while Lana's in work tomorrow, I might just be having my JBL on tomorrow and just blasting.
Well, if Lana's in work tomorrow, and she was so upset with listening to Grease, you could put that on, couldn't you?
No, because I'm going to have a new piece of shite to watch tomorrow. If the chat have their way and we open it up to the chat, I might get away with it if we actually run the wheel. We might have something decent to watch.
Brilliant.
But there was one song that kept coming up through Spotify because, like you say, it takes what you listen. It takes what you listen to and it throws in suggestions, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And one song it kept throwing up was "Icy Fire" with Ed Sheeran, you know, from The Hobbit.
Yeah.
And you forget how good that song was, but it's not actually played in the film, is it? It's played at like the end title sequence. But no, some of the soundtracks are absolutely brilliant. If you got any soundtracks or any music or anything like that you want to recommend me, because like I say, I tell you what I'm going to do. I tell you what I'll do. I'll set up a movie chats playlist. Okay, and I'll leave it open to you all on Spotify, and then you can go in and you can put your songs in. So I want to have a gym playlist now. any Greatest Showman or Grease or any of that shit, I'm taking it straight out. All right. So to an
Oh,
extent,
no, you cannot touch it. No,
to an
you
extent,
create
I'll
the
let you put in
monster.
whatever you want.
You create
Say
the
that.
monster.
Saying that with premium, you get unlimited skip. So yeah, okay. I'll make it an open playlist. I'll call it something, and you
Hey,
can go.
Cherry.
Right. So Bruce Willis wise, Armageddon. I could watch again. Armageddon, I could watch again. The Fifth Element, I could watch again. And 12 Monkeys, I can watch again. They're all rewatchable movies. Yeah. In fact, I'll do it now. What? Come up with a suggestion of a title for me for the playlist.
Big Steve's Gym
Okay.
soundtracks or something like that. Yeah, that's true. Stu says he's press that twice then. Stu says he's off to the cinema tomorrow to see the UK version of Cocaine Bear. It's called Smackhead Badger.
Right. So I want to leave this open. How do I put this open?
Big Steve's dance, Big Steve's dance workout soundtrack.
Is that what you want to call it?
That's what Stu wants to call it. This is going to be amazing.
Big Steve's dance soundtrack, yeah.
Workout soundtrack. So that everybody knows in the gym. Queenie's put blockbuster beats. Kathy's saying Stranger Things. I'm guessing that's the soundtrack.
There you go. Big Steve's dance workout soundtrack. Okay. Now I need to think about how make private. No, I don't want to make private. There you go. So that looks like that's a public playlist now. So you should be able to find it, and I'm hoping you should be able to add to it. Copy link. Right. So if I go to tell you what I'll do. I'll copy that. And then if I go onto YouTube, see, this is all on the fly now, ladies and gents. I told you we're having a bit of a relaxed showing today. I'm hoping that should come on now to say add playlist. There you go. There's your link. It's now in the chat. So now when you click on that link, that should allow you then to become collaborators to the playlist. So you should be able to then go on and change it. Anyway, do it after the show because we are still talking. Ready Player One's got an awesome soundtrack, yes.
That's amazing. Have some fun with that.
There you go. Have some fun with that. Now, if you do it tonight, I'm in the gym first thing in the morning, so I'll play it and I'll tell you what I think about it when I finish the gym.
See how many days it takes him to cancel it.
I won't cancel it. I'll just leave it there. I'll just leave it playing. Leave it on. And have a bit of a guys send me a link.
You're only allowed 5 skips a day.
Okay. I'm not allowed 5 skips a day. I've got unlimited skips.
No. For this playlist.
Oh, for this playlist.
You're allowed 5 skips, and if you cheat, we'll know. Because we can tell by your face.
I won't cheat, I promise. There you go. What have we got in there? Has anyone put anything in it yet? Big Steve's. There you go. Party playlist. No, that's not that one.
Do you know what? You inspired me earlier.
I inspired you.
You inspired me earlier.
Go on.
Gone for a little walk to a charity shop.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? What could we bear in mind what this channel is known for? I thought, you know, when we get to sort of 500, I'm gonna put a collection of stuff together, right?
Yeah.
I thought when we get to 500, what sort of giveaway could we give away?
We're currently at 442, by the way.
Yeah. So I've started a little collection which I think you'll approve of, right? So number 1, Rocket Man. Number 2, Rocky Horror. Number 3, La La Land. Number 4, Bohemian Rhapsody. Number 5, Moulin Rouge. And number 6, The Greatest Showman. So I'm going to put a little musical collection together because I know you're a big fan, and I'll put it together and we'll draw it when we get to 500. Whatever's in there, I'll send.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to waste a year of your life watching shit musical movies, then please subscribe to Movie Chats and get us to 500.
If you don't want it, then I'll send them to Steve.
If you don't want it, leave it us at 499 and it will never happen. Right? Here we go. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Hey, you. Hey, up. It's just adjusting.
There we go. Can't hear you, though. I can't hear you.
What the hell? You can't hear you.
Is this his best mime?
There you go.
There we go. Turn your mic on. We've got you. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
I saw you coming on, and I keep forgetting you're on the Thursday. So I thought I was jumping in the bath. And look, even when I come out the bath, look, still representing. Look at my pajamas. But you remember last time I was on, I said I had something, and then I completely forgot. And then I saw you guys tonight, and I thought, oh, I'll get out of the bath, I get it. So it's this.
That's cool.
Oh,
He's just had a little wee there, of excitement.
There you go.
Oh, that's very nice.
Look at him, he's grinning from ear to ear.
So this is it, and it's all
complete.
That's absolutely gorgeous.
Have you still got that left kidney to sell, Steve?
How much do you want for it?
Nothing, because I'm not giving it away.
Ah, there you go.
Show me that, and then go. No, you're not having it.
I'm trying to find the person that got. Where is it? There we go. Oh, that one.
Oh, that's cool. Slag, yeah.
Good old slag. You can't beat a slag.
Yeah. What's that? 87? Is it the stickers?
Well, look how much the thing is, though. Look. Hang on. Where's the camera? There, look.
What's the RIP on it? 20p?
20p, yeah.
What? Yeah. There you go. Look. No. Again, it's
86. Yeah.
So
that's really nice, that, isn't
it? I've even got my mum's writing in the back for the ones that I needed to complete it.
So when you come to your swapsies, you know which ones you're giving away and which ones you're not.
I've even looked at this one here. I've even got it was double stickered, so that was straight. Yeah. But these were the days when sticker albums were actually quite good and not expensive.
Yeah, I remember.
I was in B&M Bargains the other day because I like looking at the toys and stuff in B&M, and they have a Warhammer sticker album. Now, when it was released, it was like £5 for the sticker book, but then the packets of stickers were like £2 each. Now the sticker book's 20p, and the stickers are going for 10 packs for 10p. So I'm like, I might just go and buy loads of stickers tomorrow and just spend all day putting them in the Warhammer sticker book.
Tell you what,
Oh
though,
God,
do you know how much? I don't personally know, but is it actually worth anything?
I bet it is.
We'll find out.
Look at you, it's both of you straight on the little groups and everything. It has got tears in it though, because I think the one of Megatron, yeah. So if you look at the one of Megatron here, it's got like a tear here.
If it
He'll offer you a tenner for it. It's not really worth that much.
if
No,
it's
is it
in
not,
if it's in mint condition, mate, there's one selling in Australia in the States at the moment for 149 quid. The stickers
not-
themselves go for £5 a sticker.
I think the numbers on the back will add more value to it. The
Yeah.
handwritten, this is what I needed.
Yes, so my mum would have wrote those, what, 86, 30 odd
Yeah,
years ago?
if you've got the stickers with the original backs on them, they're going for like £4, £5 a sticker.
It says on the back of here, UK and Ireland, list the number of stickers each up to maximum 25. Each sticker costs 3p, including postage. Send a check or postal order.
Right, it's 10 quid for one that's got barely any stickers in it.
An unused, excellent condition book is 50 quid.
Bloody hell.
So if you can get a blank one, it's worth 50 quid. If you've got a mint condition complete one, it's 150 quid.
Considering I used to take this to school and back when I was really, well, obviously 8 years old, or what, I won't be 86, 7 or 8 years old. It is pretty bad, but I mean, no pages are falling out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
actually,
it's
you've even got
one at the
20-year-old sellotape in the middle.
It's one at the moment. There you go. £110. That's in the UK.
Oh, what's going on here? Hang on.
That's karma, that, for not selling me your bloody sticker book.
Yeah, but yeah, I thought, you know what? I'll quickly pop on. If you wanted me on, of course, which you clearly
Yeah, of course, anytime, man.
And
Appreciate
I
it.
thought I'd show you guys that.
That's
Plus,
really
the
cool.
wife's put the kids to bed tonight, but I've got to be quiet because I've been told off before because I was too loud. So
All right, we'll keep our
I've got
voices
to be
down,
quiet.
man.
And I need to get my haircut tomorrow. You know all about that, Steve, don't you?
Mhm.
Yeah, I do.
And we'll not mention the Wembley or the Man City game the other week. Just saying.
Now, they changed Slag's name to Slug, and it wasn't just the Royal Mail collection. They changed that about a decade ago because obviously Slag is now used to describe Little Steve's ex-girlfriends. And
Really? I think that was a bit low, wasn't it?
Not as low as she went.
Hey,
so obviously, with it being a derogative term now, they've changed it from Slag. Obviously, he was called Slag because of Slag Heap and stuff like that, and now he's called Slug. So yeah.
You could buy a house then for 20 quid though.
But like I said, I have got the Royal Mail Transformers stamp collection here, and I did get the Royal Mail X-Men collection as well. So they've just released a new limited edition X-Men set that they're only doing 500 sets of. So I might spend a bit of money. But yes. So apart from movies and stuff like that, Paul, have you got any odd little collections and stuff like that?
I used to have football shirts. Used to collect a lot of football shirts. The only kind of English team I would collect would be Newcastle. I would never buy any other like English teams. When I was at uni in Barnsley, I bought a couple of Barnsley shirts there when I was there. But no, I had loads. I had like a couple of Barcelona short sleeve, long sleeve, away, home, and then Real Madrid, away, home, a long sleeve home, a long sleeve away. Because I don't know what it is, but I've always, because when I first got football shirts, which would have been 93, 94, I never really released long sleeve football shirts.
Yeah,
It was always short sleeve.
It's just occurred to me, I'm the only football supporter on the channel that has not got a badge with a lower league sticker on it.
What
do you mean?
Well, Newcastle City have been in lower leagues. Newcastle's been in lower leagues. Everton's never been relegated.
Oh,
I see what you say. Well, there's time for that, isn't there?
This season.
Next season.
That's why I'm getting this stick in now, because we'll be playing fucking Coventry City next year.
That's exactly it.
The thing is, whenever I get a football shirt, or back in the day when I used to collect them all, even now, but not as much, as I always had to get a name and number on the back because I hated it being blank. And I always wanted to get the league patches. So like I remember when I got my old PSG shirt, it was the season that Neymar signed.
Yeah.
So I just bought a PSG shirt, then I went eBay and I ordered the name and number, then I ironed that on the back, and then PSG had a sponsor underneath the name and number, so I ordered that and then ironed that on the back, and then I got like a French League champions, La Liga, not La Liga, Ligue 1 champions on there. Yeah, so I had like Paris Saint-Germain, England, Germany. I had Germany one, and then my mate used to work for a company that had the contract for the Premier League name and numbers, but they also had it for like international teams. So he used to say, give us your shirts and I'll get it done for free for you. So like at the time when the Premier League was used to have felt numbers on the back. They don't now, but they used to, and they were like player issue. So I used to give him my shirts to him, and he'd get them with the felt on the back. And like the Premier League name and number badges are larger for what the players wear than what you can get in the club shop.
Yeah.
It even do that now. They do like I went to get name and numbers on the back of the new shirts for this season, and I wanted to get the Premier League badge on it. But I looked at it and I was like, they're tiny. He goes, oh, that's the customer issue, not the player issue.
Yeah.
So now when I get a shirt, I just go online and order the 60mm, whatever size.
I remember going into JJB one day and asking for a name on the shirt, and they had to cut the numbers out of the felt to have it printed onto you. Yeah.
For all the resellers in the chat, what did you do with them?
My shirts?
Yeah.
I put them all on eBay.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair enough. I was waiting for you to break everybody's hearts and go, oh, just charity shop.
I was waiting for Chris's next video. I drove all the way to Newcastle.
The worst thing is, though, of all the Newcastle shirts I had and sold, after the takeover happened, they're now worth more.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So, like, I had like the Asics one from like 94, 95, the one Andy Cole wore.
Wow.
Peter Beardsley wore. I've still got my original Adidas, the granite collar one where we nearly won the league.
Yeah.
Shirt. It's got Gillespie 18 on the back, but it's all faded name and numbering. But that was when each football club had their own name and number. Now it's universal, but they had their own. So it says like Gillespie 18, and it's got Adidas on it. But yeah, I used to. But then we moved house. And I had far too much. I mean, I love them all. I mean, even thinking about now, I sold some Newcastle shirts that I wish I didn't, but I wouldn't wear them. They'll be more for like, I don't know, memories and stuff. But I'd never sell my granny colour shirt. That's my number one.
An update on our Spotify playlist. Paul, did you see that I put a Spotify playlist into the chat?
I saw, but I didn't know what it was about because obviously I always get myself nice and clean for you guys.
So me being me, I'm big, so I've been going to the gym, trying to lose a bit of weight.
Well, see, I'm big and I just keep eating pasties. So
yeah. But I keep eating pasties, but at least I've gone to the gym. So my mentality is if I burn off 500 calories in the gym, I can eat 1,000 calories worth of pasties and it's only half the calories. Right. That's right. So what I've done is that I have put a Spotify playlist link into the chat. Okay, so whoever clicks on it is now a collaborator to the playlist. So the group chat are currently building a gym playlist for me. Okay, so at the moment I have got Cherry. Okay, she's obviously hard at work listening to the show. She's currently put in This Is Me. Thanks. Runaway. The Theme from Jurassic Park. Thunderstruck, AC/DC. And Life is a Highway. Now, some good
That's
songs.
Cars.
This Is Me. You
Is
know?
that the Greatest
However,
Showman?
Yes.
yeah, but because she's put
He-
This Is
he
Me,
loves it.
it's given me the rest of the Greatest Showman bloody soundtrack down here.
So is there a
that ain't-
theme to what you want?
No. I just want to see what the group comes up with. So just throw in whatever
I'm
you
just
want.
going to put the Venga Boys' greatest hits.
Brilliant.
Or the was it the Cheeky Girls with Cheeky Song? Cheeky.
Yeah, there you go. No, I could live with that.
You
As
could
long
be, you'll
as
be
it's not
doing the
Cheeky Girls.
thing, and you'll be going, "We are the Cheeky Girls."
Yeah, as long as it's not the cheeky girls doing bloody Greatest Showman, it'll be all right.
Or I could put that one of Jordan and Peter Andre doing A Whole New World.
Well, at least it's movie related.
It's true.
Aladdin.
It feels like it.
So, let's
Splash your friend.
let's see what they come up with. So, in fact, I tell you what, I'll put the chat back. I'll put the link back in the chat.
Itsy
So,
bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that you wore in the gym for the first time today.
if you put that in there, I'll find a gym outfit and I'll beat him out.
Tell you what, as a Catwoman, I owe you.
Yeah, that's very true. You watched anything good this week?
What have I watched? Oh, I haven't seen it in a long time, so I forgot what it was like. So I watched The Exorcist, the extended
Okay,
director's
the
cut.
original. Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, and then because I've never seen it and I've got it, I'll start watching our release of The Exorcist 3.
Yeah.
Because which is supposed to be the true sequel to The Exorcist. And then I finished watching. I don't know why I'm looking like that because you can't see, but I've got me Last of Us posters. So
Yeah.
watched the last of The Last of Us, and then watched Mandalorian today, and then I watched the Luther movie, The Dick. Well,
That's awful.
You not like it?
No,
I
that's
loved it.
awful. I could quite happily not watch that and still enjoy the original series. Saying that, I didn't enjoy the last series because I didn't think that needed to be made, and this certainly didn't need to be made.
See, I loved it. I think for me, it's a bit like Oasis. They could release the worst album of all time, and I'd still love it. I think with Luther, because I've got this massive man crush on Idris. I fucking love him. Sorry for swearing, but that's how passionate I am about Idris. But yeah, I just, as soon as it came out, and I thought Andy Serkis was good, I just couldn't get over his wig. But apart from that,
the thing that gets me about it, right? So he's a bad boy cop, right? Then he gets arrested and gets put in prison. I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know.
I was going to say, don't go any further.
Right? And then at the end of it, it's like, right, so we're obviously setting up for more.
Hope so.
Right? But is this because he's not becoming James Bond?
Well, he's not going to be James Bond, though.
Well, you don't know who the agency is. That.
Oh, see. Right. No. It won't be like that. It'll just be the government. I reckon it's going to be, what do you call her, who we thought he killed? What's her name? That woman. The one that's throughout the series.
Yeah.
What's her name?
The one that was played by the one from Elementary.
I don't know. But the one who stalks him from the very first series.
Yeah. Alice.
Alice, that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon it's going to be her in the car. Because it has to be somebody from the TV shows that... Or,
it's a Lincoln.
Yeah. Has to be. But the only thing, because I let my mum and dad, because I watched it again recently, which was Denis Villeneuve's Prisoners, and I keep forgetting how good that is until I watch it again. So I lent it to my mum and dad, and they came today and look after the kids because there was a teacher's strike. So I said, "Have you watched it?" They went, "No, we watched Luther." She says, "What did you think?" She went, and my mum was like as well. She was like, and I was like, "Oh, but I really liked it." Apart from, this is me nitpicking with it. There's an incident that happens more or less very at the end, where people are rushing to get to see him, And how did they know to get kitted up to get him? Do you know what I mean?
How did he know where he was?
And that, yeah, those two things.
There's hundreds of people there. How did he know where to go, where he was, and what situation he's in?
Exactly. That was the only bit that I was just like, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, to me, the whole supposed film is like that.
You could tell it was a film though, because they went outside. Not that it's a spoiler, but they went outside London.
Yeah, Steve, we're not telling you anything you've not seen if you haven't seen any of the Netflix trailers for it.
No.
So don't be shaking your head and don't be going because we're not
fucking yawning.
What else I watched?
Well, I'll tell you what I did watch last week, but we never mentioned it on the show because I completely forgot about it because it's so unwatchable. Magic Mike 3.
I've got a question about that.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Straight to the point.
No, I enjoyed Magic Mike 1. You know, that I did enjoy the first film. The second film was downhill. The third one just goes boom. Now, Salima Hayek, you've got to watch it because of her. You know, for a 50
Yeah,
plus
but
year
she'll never
old
beat
woman,
from Dust Till Dawn, will she?
No, but for a 50 plus year
This
old
is his
woman,
reasoning for watching the movie. What a load of tosh.
No, but it's
Did you go on your own as well, didn't you?
No, we watched it at home with the wife.
Yeah. She was in bed, wasn't she? You got the hand
She
cream
didn't
out.
even watch it.
Come on, Channing. Let me watch you.
When Magic Mike 1 was released, I lived in the pub where I met Lana, and Lana realised I had Sky and stuff like that. And
All right, we were posh around them days, were you?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say that she realised that you had a fascination with
Channing Tatum from Magic Mike.
She realised you had a Sky subscription, so that meant you had money.
So I said to her, she said to me, she sent me a text saying, "Do you mind if I get a movie on Sky Box Office?" And I went, "No, of course not. Go on." But she had all the girls from the pub in the flat, and they all sat in the flat watching Magic Mike, and I was like, "Fucking hell!"
So you paid for Magic Mike, basically.
Yeah. So I don't mind Magic Mike. It's like watching the Full Monty. You don't mind watching the Full Monty, do you?
But the Full Monty's more of a bloke's bloke, isn't it? Magic Mike is with Channing Tatum.
Exactly. That's my point, Nem. That is my point, Neil, mate. I reckon she was like, this guy's got a bit of money. He's the only person in this area with a Sky subscription.
So I don't mind Magic Mike. The second one's not great. The third one's just the story behind it is shockingly bad. Now I think when we mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, one of them mentioned it is because they're releasing the musical version of it, and that's what it's trying to sell. But Hayek is still gorgeous for a 50+ year old, you know.
So if you were sat there waiting for it to end, thinking Lana's going to go, right, Steve, we need to go upstairs right now.
No,
Shocking.
if I was to reenact Magic Mike, it'll be like that scene from American Pie where he's got the towel and he's like, "Come on, Jim," you know. It'll be like that, not bloody Magic Mike. If I try and do a dance move from Magic Mike,
come on, Magic Steve, let's get upstairs.
Yeah, I'll pop my hip, but I'll be more like Jim from American Pie with a towel.
Fucking more Paul Daniels and Channing Tatum. Other thing that I rewatched Scream 4 and 5, but I haven't got to see Scream 6 yet. But I watched Scream 4 and 5 and Naughty Naughty, that I've just noticed as well, Cocaine Bear's come out and streaming. So I'm trying to persuade the wife to watch that.
That's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's that Missing as well, which is kind of the sequel to Searching as well, which is on there. And then I've got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 4K, so I want to start rewatching that again.
Wow, I bet that's cool.
Look at that.
I got a question.
Magic Mike, and we lose 5 viewers.
Yeah, well, that's because you scared them all off. So I've got a question for you. We're talking about The Exorcist earlier on, right? Now I've got the quadrilogy box set of them.
I've made 4 films.
Right. Yeah, at least I think it's at least 3, at least 4.
Okay.
But like that one you were going on about number 3.
Yes.
I haven't watched it, but I know that Arrow brought a version out of it. Why? What's specific about number 3? Was it purely because it was almost like a direct sequel to number 1?
Well, the second one, I haven't seen. The only Exorcist I've seen is the first one.
Yeah.
I had that box that you had on DVD, but I sold it, and it's out of print now.
Yeah.
Because it's got 1, number 2, number 3, and then the prequel, and then another one. So I think there's 1, 2, 3, 5 in there, and there's 2 discs for the first one because it's got a director's cut. But the second one bombed, and it was rushed out, I think, because of the popularity of the first one.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really based on the book. So then the guy who wrote the book directed the third one.
There you go, the anthology.
Yeah, it's out of print now.
This one is?
Yeah.
Yes, you've got the Exorcist original, Exorcist extended cut, Exorcist 2,
Heretic.
Heretic, thank you. The Exorcist 3,
yeah,
and Dominion, prequel to The Exorcist.
Oh, it's only 4. I thought it was another one. Yeah, so what I'm watching is that one.
Yeah, which is number 3, isn't it?
It's number 3, which is supposedly the proper sequel to it, because this ignores what happens in 2. So this is like a direct sequel to the first one.
I just wondered why they jumped from like 1 to 3.
I don't know. Because this has got the Legion cut on it, but I haven't watched the theatrical, so I'll watch the theatrical, leave it a couple of months or years, and I'll watch the Legion cut. Because it's based on the book called Legion, but they changed it to The Exorcist 3. And it's got Brad Dourif in it, Chucky's voice in here as well.
No way. I mean, I've seen it a couple of times in CX, but I might pick it up at some point if it's a different version.
I'll be honest, though, it's more of a crime thriller than a demonic possession, if that makes sense. But yeah, I also didn't realise the lead role in this is George C. Scott.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he's Jason Patric's dad.
Okay.
So there you go. That's an interesting fact for everybody tonight. I didn't know that. But yeah, so yeah, that's all I've been.
Sorry, I just wondered why. It just seems a bit strange that they've gone for like a number 3 for an Arrow release.
Yeah. Then again, they didn't release Psycho 1, but they released Psycho 2.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
But I think it's because it's more of the class as the sequel, I guess. I don't know.
With all these different studios, then obviously you've got the main studio that releases the film, say Paramount, for example. Then you've got Arrow, then you've got 101 Films, then you've got something. With all these different studios. Sorry?
Criterion.
Yeah, when you've got all these different studios releasing films, do you buy different studio versions of the film, or do you just keep the version of the film that you've already got? Because Steve's just there saying he's got the box set of The Exorcist. Would you be tempted to go and buy the Arrow version of The Exorcist? You would be.
Because more special features on it.
That's exactly it. So you tend to find like the extra special features, and usually it's a restoration.
Yeah, like on this one, I got this when it came out. Is that and when you get the Arrow releases, you get a booklet in it, and then normally they do double discs, where sometimes they don't later on. But I was looking through the booklet, what you get with it, and in the back, it's got about the transfer.
Yeah.
It goes, the Legion director's cut. There you go. No, Exorcist 3. The film was restored in 2K resolution by Shout Factory, and so was the other one. So I'm thinking Shout Factory, for some things, obviously have the copyright to do it, and then Arrow then get it and brand it as their own.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. So that's what I'm thinking, like where is it? So this one, the 4K of Texas Chainsaw, this is released by Dark Sky. So in theory, they must be the sister company of Second Sight. because the second sight's coming out. And because I've got that one already,
Yeah.
and I looked on the special features on the back, and they're exactly the same. So obviously there must be sister companies, except this one's got a new documentary, and that's it.
Yeah.
So like, and there's no steelbooks over here, but I only wanted this one because I just love the simplicity of the art on it.
Yeah, that's cool,
The
isn't it?
original, because on the back there's no, and you get a poster in it, so you get like the 2 discs, and you get like the poster with it as well. I did have to get it imported, and as soon as I ordered it to get it imported, it sold out. So I don't know whether.
But where did you first get alerted that was coming out? Like, where did you go? Oh,
on
I'm gonna set that
4K?
up. Yeah.
Because
you've imported it, so it's not on the UK release list.
No, well, I keep an eye on stuff. I've got an app, Blu-ray.com, which is an app, which it obviously tells you about the sales.
Yeah.
And then it also, when you click on it, if you look at an American one, or a US one, or a German one, sorry, and you would click on it, it'll go to the Blu-ray.com website, not Amazon or whatever, and it'll give you a list, so it'll tell you what language it's in, if it's got any subtitles. That's why I haven't imported the steelbooks of Everything Everywhere All at Once, because it's in French. The only one is the US version and the German version, which has English subtitles for the Cantonese part. But other than that, it's the Facebook groups that I'm in, normally post them. So, and also I look on the website Wow HD a lot, and they have all the coming soons and everything. And I saw it on there because you click on it and it gives you options, so like DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, Steelbook, and I saw that and I thought I didn't want to get the second sight 4K release in the box set, because I'm like, you're paying for a book which I'll never read in a box which I'll just look at for a disc that I've basically already got. Whereas if I want the 4K part of it, then I'll order it from America, and it's just in a simple Steelbook, half the price, and it came in 8 days, which isn't bad.
That's good.
So yeah, I just keep I think that you guys, if you're doing like toys and everything, you'll keep your nose and ears to the ground for stuff coming out for that. You know, I'll keep an eye on it.
Well, I do for the figures and stuff. I keep me eyes and ears open for the figures, but I've also got Mike next door who's into all the Facebook groups and stuff like that, and he sees all the pre-orders, and then he sends me the pictures and then gets me into trouble when I order them. Little Steve's obviously is more into his media than he is that stuff. Matt, I've got a question for you, Paul. What's your view on cases like this one?
I've got 3 of those, because I've got the X-Files complete set, I've got The Office, American Workplace, and I've got, what other one is it? Family Guy.
Yeah.
I don't like them, because when you want to you've got to take the whole thing out, and you've got to go through that, get the disc out, you put it in, you close it back up. Plus, it's just that they're not like in there. They're just, you can take the discs out. They're not like attached. I prefer, from my own personal thing. I mean, I know you can't get it now because it'll be more expensive depending. Like the Office box set and the Family Guy box set and the X-Files is all a complete collection. But if I had the choice and it was the same price, I'd have them individually.
So, bear in mind what he's just shown you. Would you prefer to have like a box set like that?
Yes. Because then you could take it out, take the season out, put it to one side, close the box up, put it away, and you can just work your way through that season.
Would you change your box like that if a box set like Steve's came up? Would you go?
No. I wouldn't exchange it. No.
Right. So let's be clear on this, right? So basically, what happened is I had a voucher for CEX. I ordered that box set, right? I ordered that picture, that box set. What turned up was a case like that, right? So I was like, well, it is what it is, no problem, whatever. Anyway, the other week I went into a charity shop and bought that for £3 for the House Blu-ray box set, right?
Okay.
Which obviously I couldn't pay her quick enough, so I then went in and traded in the one that I'd originally got off CEX anyway. Because I prefer that box set than I did the ones where you've got absolutely loads of discs in them.
No, because you paid £3 for it, you
Yeah.
have double dipped. But the money you'll be making back, or voucher you'll be making back, is more.
I
Than
made
the
more
£3
on
that you
it
got.
than I did buying it.
Okay, let's reword the question. Would you not buy a box set because it's in a case like that?
If I had the option between the two of them, and they were both there for the same price, I'd go for the individual. But it wouldn't put me off buying a box set because of it. Because if I really like something, because at the end of the day, all you want is a disc.
Yeah,
I'm a bit annoyed with myself really though, because I picked this up in Chester at the weekend, and it was £8 CEX. What?
it's not the full series, is it?
The complete series 1 to 4 includes the final one.
Oh, does it?
Season
that's
1 to
all right
4
then.
and the final break. So yeah, it's got the new one.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you really sure?
Yeah, that's what it says here. Seasons 1 to 4 and the final break.
So not the 5th series then?
Well, the 5th season doesn't exist.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, because when Michael dies, that's the end of it. The fact that he brought him back to life.
Oh, does he die, does he?
So I told you, spoilers.
Anyway, what I was going to say to you is that I'm a bit annoyed with myself because I saw this and I picked this one up.
Yeah.
And then I scout CEX on the app, and then I come across the fact you've now got it in fucking Blu-ray for £2 more in fucking Blu-ray. Yeah, you get. Anyway, I've now
got the complete Prison Break for £10, have I?
In CEX and Blu-ray, yeah.
That's not bad, actually, that.
Only box set I want to get at the minute, I've got like a £35 CEX voucher, which when I get a voucher, it just burns a hole in my pocket.
I was just about to say it's burning a hole in your pocket, innit?
I still want to get the Quantum Leap one. I'm holding out.
I do as well.
For that to come down. But then I'm like, I don't want to blow it all on that, though. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I could get this.
What is it now? About 90 quid or something?
60.
Is that all it's now?
But it's going up to 60. And I'm like, but if I get that, am I really going to sit down and watch it all? And I watch it all again. I'm like, well, that's that done. I could have put that voucher towards something else. Because I still haven't got Wakanda Forever, and I need to get Training Day. And
I buy these box sets with every intention of watching it. It's like the Prisoner box set up here I've got, with the intention that I loved the series when I was growing up, so I'm going to watch it. I haven't watched it. I went to trade it in, and they wouldn't trade it in because they said it was too scratched. And I'm like, but you sold me in that condition. I haven't even opened the flipping box since I bought it off you, so it must have been too scratched when you sold it me. So I've got, that's just going on another tangent, but I've got all intentions of watching these box sets, and I never get around to doing it. And I was having this conversation with Steve, and it was funny because I was having the conversation in work that I've started watching Supernatural again on ITVX, and I'm like, do I buy the Supernatural box sets now because I've got back into the series? But then, would I actually watch them if I owned them? That's the
question, isn't it?
It's funny you should mention that, because I'd like to let you. You probably already know about this, but let me. Where is it? It's over here. So I sold this set ages ago, and then I came across an app, and although a lot of the movies are on there a usual price, there's a lot on there. I don't know if these people are selling, but I haven't got a clue. But I got this for £7, including postage, because I sold it, and I got that.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't think I'd get that, because I thought it wasn't how it worked, but it did. So I looked on it day before last, and they had, if I get this right, because I'm trying to look at it, they had Band of Brothers box set, the Dark Knight 4K box set, the Supernatural 1 to 6 DVD box set, some other box sets, 20 quid. I was like, if I went to CX, I get £62 exchange for that. But I didn't get it. I messaged my mate and said, oh, there's this, and he goes, you're going to get it? I'm like, no. And then today, I think it was for £10, it was this set, the Die Hard 4 film set, and the other 2 Die Hards after that, tenner.
Where on? eBay?
No. Vinted.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Because I'd never heard of it, and then somebody in the other one of the Facebook groups I'm on mentioned about it. I was like, "Ooh, I'll have a look on there."
I talk about Vinted quite a bit because that's where I get my Transformers from, because people don't know what they're selling on Vinted and stuff like that. So, as you know, a lot of our community and a lot of people that watch us are resellers. We're sort of in between two camps there. And Vinted's brilliant because they don't allow the resellers on. If they realise that you are a reseller or a big seller, then they sort of block your account. I just sort of dread the day that they allow resellers on Vinted.
Just clear it out, won't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm doing. I don't really tell many people in my communities in case they know about it, because I'm like, those deals are mine. So I've got them like Blu-ray and 4K at the top, and I'll go right refresh. Oh, there's 4 more. I'll have a look at all those. I'm just like,
yeah. The only problem that I've got with Vinted with the Blu-rays is that you're buying you're buying a film for £1, okay? Then you've got their tax they put on it. So say there's £1.25, and then you've got £2 postage. So by the time that you've paid the postage, you spent £4 on the film that's £1 in CEX or whatever. So walk to CEX and go and buy the film if you wanted it. So although it looks a great deal, it's when you add it all up that you're thinking, but if you're buying it in a bundle and you're getting all these different bundles and the postage is all sort of calculated so you're not paying it all separately, you can get some really, really good stuff.
Well, funny,
the thing is
that
sorry, mate. The best deal we've seen so far has got to be that bloody Peaky Blinders, mate, that you picked up from the charity shop.
Yeah.
What was that one?
The complete box set of Peaky Blinders.
Brand new in steel, they were. £10 on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, this was like literally a few months ago. He went in a charity shop and they had them £10 each, brand new.
They had a couple of sets, and I picked up a set for him and a set for me to trade into CEX.
I've never seen that yet.
Yeah,
I've
never seen it. Steve raves about it. Says
really I thought it was brilliant.
I haven't seen it. So when I saw them box sets, I was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah. So I FaceTimed him. Here you go, Steve. What about you're taking the piss? No, do you want a copy? Yep, go on then.
Oh well, if you find another one, I'll have one.
I got a copy to trade in.
How much did you get for it? Was it about 20-30 quid?
It was £22 trading, yeah.
And that's from CEX. I mean, they're still selling brand new, weren't they? 50 quid.
And to make it worse, and again, this is another bugbear of mine, is the way that they've got to rip it open to check all the discs.
Yeah.
Why? When they know it's brand new.
It's factory sealed. And they rip it open.
Well, I was in the charity shop yesterday. Yeah. I went in the charity shop and my wife's like, "We're still going to charity shop." Anyway, so I went in there, looking at movies, and as I walked in, at the end of the row of clothes, they had a vintage Manchester United shirt. Mm-hmm. And there was, and as I walked close, I could see it had like a tag on it for $9.99. And I thought, oh. And I looked through the DVDs and it's still there. So this is like a 92, 93 Adidas one. So like,
really?
Yeah. And I was just like, ooh. I was interested. When they had like the sponge badges.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Adidas was the one with like the thing sticking up.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, so I messaged the wife and I was like, I texted and I went, "We've got a Man United shirt in here, £10. I'm sure I can flip that on eBay for at least 30. She's like, well, it's up to you. You know more about that than I do. I was like, okay. So I went back and gone.
Ah. Oh.
So I'm gutted, but at the same time not, because if I'd bought it, people would think I might support Man United, and I don't any of that shite.
See, that's the thing with, because like I say, the missus is a reseller, and I see stuff in the shop that I like, and then I go back and I check it, go back and some fuckers picked it up. In that 5 seconds it took me to walk out the shop to walk back in, somebody else has already picked it up, and I was like, no.
Because I go into them and I think, this is probably me being big-headed, I know what I'm looking for. Nobody else, everybody else in here is your permed granny, your school kids, or other people who live locally. They're not like on the ball like I am. So if I saw that Man United shirt, I'm like, nobody else is going to pick that up and come in and get that.
Mm.
To sell it, maybe to own it or something. I saw I was in another one in Newton Aycliffe and I had a Newcastle shirt, and I went to look at it and I was like, I want to Google it, see if I could get that. But there's not much value on that one because the ones for Newcastle shirts you want to get from 96 and then lower are the vintage ones. With Man United, that green and yellow split one with the lace collar.
Yeah, I know which one you mean.
That's more sought after.
Yeah.
That was minging though. That.
I like bright shirts like that. Not that one, obviously. But I did like it how it had the lace collar on it. But yeah, I miss out on charity shop stuff like that. There's a lad in one of the Facebook groups who lives up in Kilmarnock, and he goes through all of them. And the stuff he comes 10 for £1, and I'm just like, oh. He sends me stuff he sent me the Thundercats and some other stuff. Because I always say keep an eye because I want to get the complete Thundercats set. So if anybody sees it in the charity shop, let me know. Because I don't really want to pay 20 to 18 quid at CX for it. Because more or less, I'm not going to watch it straight away. I'll go up there and I'm just so if someone finds it cheap, let us know.
Yeah.
Because that kind of thing, because it's DVD, you're more likely to get that cheap in a charity shop than you are to pick it up either brand new or in CX.
Yeah,
well, we do a lot. We do a lot of charity shopping, and a lot of the stuff that we buy comes from there. So I'll keep an eye out for stuff like that for you, mate, and we'll definitely send it up to you.
That's very kind of you. Actually, the wife's gone. We've got her Holy Communion coming up. So if you go to charity shops, look for some brown shoes because that'll go better with your suit than those. I'm just like, don't want to buy fucking brown shoes.
I can tell you what, I got a really nice pair of Ben Sherman brown shoes. It's supposed to be 40, 50 quid. I got them for £6 in TK Maxx. It's like, yeah, that'll do, mate. Thank you very much.
To be fair, when I get new shoes, or for that matter, like AstroTurf footy boots, I never buy them brand new. I always get them off eBay. Always. Because there's those people who are out there who are like, I bought it doesn't fit. I can't be asked to take it back. I'm banging on eBay for half the price or something to get some money back. I'm like, I'll have that. So when I get my new pairs of Converse that I'll wear, or my Nike indoor footy trainer, I just go on eBay.
Yeah.
Lynn, Gilly's asked a question earlier on, and I did highlight it, and I seem to have lost it. Going back to the prices and stuff, and box sets. Do you guys wait until they're on sale or lower prices? Would you see a box set that you'd like coming out brand new and jump at it, or would you wait for it to come into CEX or somewhere else cheaper?
It depends on the title, and it also depends on the edition. So for me, sorry for jumping in first, by the way. I used to movies or sets. I'd pre-order them so I get them a day release, but then I'd be like, I never watch them. Never watch them. And if you wait a few weeks or a month, you get them cheap as chips. You know what I mean? So that's why Wakanda Forever, I'd normally pre-order that. It comes the day it comes out, but then it would just go on the shelf because I only watched it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
but the point is, Wakanda Forever, there's gonna be so many prints of that. There's literally ones nowadays. I find obviously these limited run things, and it's like, should I be buying it like there and then, or should I be waiting?
Well, there's already
I've come across so many sort of really good things in CEX over my time, and I've been lucky with the quality of them. But I do sort of think nowadays, like some of these limited edition things, whether or not when it does go on sale, they're going to still be available. Do you know what I mean?
Well, there's already 2 different versions of the Steelbook for Black Panther 2, isn't it? Already, and it's only the first one's only been out a couple of weeks, and then they've just released a second different cover art.
Well, I was watching an interview, a YouTube thing the other day, and they were going on about the one of the big honchos at Disney has now acknowledged that they need to focus more on the home video, on the physical media, which obviously the amount of studios that they now sort of own /run/ anything else, it does sort of signal that a lot of these, because for the last few years, a lot of the market's been about the collectors. So, like you say, multiple copies of different versions of the same movie in steelbook forms, you know. Whereas with those, is it Mike? I want to say Eisner or something. He's called Mike Eisner or something, or someone like that. They've literally said now that they need to focus more on the home video side of it. And I think because the Disney Plus is not going as they expected it to.
I'm hoping communities like YouTube, for example, with you guys that collect the media collectors and the bigger channels and people like that, saying that they're going for these third-party versions. Steve, you've got one there of Obi-Wan because it's perfect slot in the middle of your Star Wars.
Yeah.
I've got all the Marvel TV shows on Blu-ray.
Yeah,
I've got all the Star Wars TV shows on Blu-ray. So Obi-Wan, all the Bandos, the Book of Boba Fett, they're all there physical.
Yeah, so I'm sort of hoping then. I'm not saying that they're watching every channel, but I'm sort of hoping that they're getting wind that people are buying these anyway for their collection, and the studios are missing out on it, and they're looking at it and going, well, if they're not spending £10 a month on 8 different subscription services.
Well, this is it. Yeah. So the question is, like, are they at a point now where they're going, you know what? These people will watch this by other means. They're not necessarily signing up to subscriptions with us, so we might as well get the money out of the home video side of it.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Because at least then they're going to get because not everybody's signing up just because the latest Disney movie's on there. If people can find other ways of means of either owning it or watching it, then
it's like The Last of Us. I haven't got Sky Atlantic through in my Virgin Media package, but I watch it through that Flick Store thing through the PlayStation. So I've watched all that. But obviously that's now getting a physical release, which we kind of knew. I knew it would do because it's HBO. But again, that's coming out. So you've got like the DVD, the Blu-ray, the 4K, and then the Steelbook. But there's 2 different versions of the 4K. They've got an HMV exclusive, and then you've also got the Amazon Steelbook exclusive. So,
wow.
Be worth note though, sadly.
Don't ruin the dream.
Sorry. But the thing is, you're right though. When it comes to if it's a limited edition, you've got to make that. Is that version you're going to get actually going to be worth something, or has it had like 1,000 and 1,000,000 copies which has gone out?
Yeah.
So that's why.
How limited is it limited?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I got the Steelbook of Last of Us, because I thought that's going to go quick.
Mm.
The same with the Scream Steelbooks. I've got all the Scream Steelbooks.
Yeah, I was saying I went and splashed out on the Godfather ones the other week for the 4K ones. Okay. But I thought because it's I really wanted to sort of get the first one, you know, like 50th anniversary. Plus, we're going on about how it was restored like 2004 or 2007, and then this is like the latest restoration since then. But then I ended up getting the 3 of them because I was like, well, I mean, they're all good, but like 1 and 2, I was like, oh, we've got to have 2 if you have 1. And then I looked, and then Amazon were like, but this one is like £3 off, and I'm like, all right, fine. So I ended up with all 3 of them.
But you've gone on to spend 20 quid, and you spent 60 quid.
Something like that. It was 50 odd, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Steelbooks, the 4K, you know, and the restoration. I had a look on YouTube, and the restoration looks amazing. So I'm going to enjoy watching those.
The Godfather, I've watched 1, 2, and a bit of 3, and I just like, I get why they're good, but it's not a film I'm going to watch again. So I sold that box set, the Blu-ray, Coppola one box set. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's like I saw my Mummy trilogy box set. I had the 4K of it, I had the Blu-ray of it, sold them. So I'm just like,
is it that one or the bigger one?
No, the bigger one. The one who's got like the blue thing on the top, it's got splashes of blood on it.
Yeah, the restoration one.
But yeah, it's I'm not really like I want to get that Training Day Zabi exclusive limited edition. But I'm like, you really want to get it? What are you going to do with it? Because I've got the Robin Hood Prince of Thieves one, but I only got the Robin Hood Prince of Thieves one because you can either buy it Blu-ray or 4K, and the one that I'd got both of them because I like to have both versions. It's the same with House of the Dragon. It's only either Blu-ray or 4K, not both of them combined. However, if you get it from Germany, you get them combined, so you get the Blu-ray and the 4K. So I'm waiting till the price drops in that, and then get that. But with The Last of Us, I'm like, I don't care. I need to get that.
See, Lindsay and Alvin, they do a lot of dumpster diving for their YouTube, and that's how they make their money. They're saying that sometimes they're thigh high in DVDs and stuff. To me, I'd just be taking them all and just taking them to CEX and getting a penny for them all.
Penny's better than nothing.
Yeah. So someone's throwing them away. You might as well trade them in.
Yeah, but I think with that they do tend to have limits. So I think they'll take like 50 at a time or something stupid.
Oh, you can still take 50 a day, can't you?
I'm trying to think if I've got any limited edition ones that you put out of print. Sadly, I don't have this much luck. I get limited editions and you can still buy them now. See, when I got my Stranger Things season 1 4K, I thought, oh, not many people have got that. Yeah, every fucker's got it.
What? The Stranger Things 4K?
Yeah, the that one.
Oh, the VHS thing you want?
That one, yeah.
That's cool. What region is it?
Well, obviously 4K is region 3, but the Blu-rays are region 1.
See, I look at Warhammer in the same way because the Games Workshop Warhammer send out newsletters. They go, this has got limited edition runs on this box. We're only going to do 3,000 of them. You can only buy them in store. You can't buy them online. And they're only going to be on sale for 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
The first, say, 1,000 boxes fly off the shelf. And then for 18 months later, those so-called limited run boxes are still on the shelves.
Yeah.
But the prices don't drop on Games Workshop stuff very often. So when you see them out in the wild, then you've got to pick them up. But then when you see them painted out in the wild, you're like, someone's actually took the time to buy that and do it and sort it out. And that's what I think these studios are hoping for with these box sets. That, Paul's just saying there, he's rushed out and he's bought that Stranger Things one, thinking not many people's going to have it. And then all of a sudden, everyone's got it. They're not really that limited when there's a million copies of it flying around everywhere.
It's the boutique limited ones.
Sorry, go on. I was just going to say, I have had it though, Steve, where I've had a look on somewhere like Amazon and something's gone out of out of stock really quickly. One of the ones I was struggling to get hold of was as an example, Trading Places and the VHS. Because at the time, I don't think there was any other releases of Trading Places on Blu-ray. So I've been trying to get this for a while, and it kept going. It would literally go out of stock this within minutes. That I was trying to get it on HMV, so I ended up having to wait ages. But luckily enough, obviously, it came back into stock. But I was sort of getting worried at the time that I wouldn't probably be able to get hold of it without paying a fortune on eBay.
I think the only other than pre-ordering that I left and thought I better get it was Dog Soldiers.
Yeah.
Because I think that's set now. I don't know if that's out of print now or not, but...
Is that the 4K one?
Yeah, it's with the... It's still here. That one.
Yeah, that one. That's nice, that.
But I don't like it, though, because... Not bothered, but the discs themselves are just in this... It's not even hard, it's plastic. Cardboard, sorry.
Yeah.
And it just comes with the art cards and everything, but for Dog Soldiers, because I absolutely love Dog Soldiers, that was one I had to jump in and get.
I mean, I've got Dog Soldiers, but it's not that version. It's just the normal version of that. It's the same thing, but it's just that a different version. Just not the fancy one.
Do you think? Oh, you're saying there that the Dog Soldiers is a limited edition, and you know people are gonna. Do you think YouTube sort of takes the shine of that out a little bit? Because when that was released, there must have been about 6 channels that did an unboxing of that straight away.
Yeah.
When it came out. So do you think YouTube's taking the shine away from the limited edition? Me walking into your house going, Christ, why have you got that one?
No, you know? I think the thing is that what YouTube is doing really for me is it's highlighting whether it's actually worth it. Because some of the stuff that you see in it, and then you see the quality of it on YouTube, you're like, yeah, glad I didn't sort of splash the money on that. To be honest,
it's like those.
One of the reasons why I never bought the Star Trek 4K limited edition thing was that I saw AJ's copy of it, or whoever it was that, and he opened it up and he got a couple of postcards and some stickers, and I'm like,
it was like 70 quid
on that, yeah. You know,
you're right. I think if it's a film I really love, like Dog Soldiers, I don't care. But if it's something like, I don't know, like I think who was it? Is it Paramount or something? They've released all those new ones where you get the little glass, little square thing, and those new. So they did 1917, Goodfellas, Blade Runner, and another one which I can't remember. And these massive cases for 50 quid.
Yeah,
you know, and I'm like, I've already got those movies. I'd like them because I like the sets, but I'm not paying 50 quid for that. Just double dip, pointless. You've already got the movie. Why do you need it?
Yeah.
Talking about Neil was saying about limited editions. How limited are limited editions?
That's the question I asked before. How many prints of that limited edition Wakanda Forever Steelbook version 2 is going to be out?
I think if something says limited edition, put a number on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 of 1,000 or whatever it'll be.
It's not just that. I mean, the thing is that I've got the Sinbad set and the other one. These ones here.
The Harryhausen ones.
Oh. Yes, and these were numbered. Unfortunately, I haven't got the sleeves with it, the slips with it. But these were numbered, and then a few years afterwards, they re-released them again. So it's I don't know. It depends how it takes off the first time, and then they've obviously thought, you know what, we can sell them again. Exactly the same sets.
They did the same
Showing
with
your age there, guys. Lindsay and Alvin, should we say 2 Unlimited?
Yeah.
Showing the age. The what was I going to say? Yeah, when it comes to like limited prints and stuff like that, I'd love to see if I was to pick up a box set. Say it's a Savvy exclusive.
Yeah,
I'd love to see that I've got 552 of 1,000. Now, lower numbers don't mean they're worth more. Higher numbers don't mean they're worth less. I've still got 1 of 1,000. You know, so that's what I'd like to see. What going back to Steve's point there, when you originally got them, you showed us the picture of the sash. And it said like 4,400 or whatever of 50,000. So you knew what it was. But when they re-released it with a different colour sash, if I remember correctly, didn't I, Steve? And it was a limited edition.
Either that or it wasn't limited edition anymore. I can't remember.
Yeah, or something. There was a slight subtle difference to it. I don't think limited edition means limited edition like it used to. You know,
I think limited edition means we're gonna release it, but in a snazzy box.
Yeah, like that alien figure, Steve, that you give me, the statue. Yeah. That is limited edition. They're never going to rerun them at all. No. You know, and so I'm made up that I've got that. But
some might say it's priceless.
Something like this could be a limited edition of 1,000 runs, and then 6 years later, somebody else produces another.
With just repackages it.
Yeah.
Which for someone like you who doesn't save the packaging, that could just mean any of them.
Yeah. Well, saying that, the new Star Wars figures that are being released in the 70s packaging now, and all they've got on the bottom is that it's Reflex or whatever it's called now. The Star Wars Classics, I think they called it.
Yeah.
But if you're not careful what you're doing, all these reprints of boxes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's dangerous. But
I don't think I've actually got anything which is worth a lot more than what I. Maybe.
Do you know what? I think some of the stuff that you've got would probably surprise you, because I'm sure, like, out of the ones I've got now, I'm sure there's going to be some of them that I didn't even realise were out of print now.
Oh yeah,
or going for silly money sort of thing.
I think the most expensive ones are probably my Lord of the Rings and Hobbit Steelbook.
Yeah, that's nice.
Maybe the Reservoir Dogs Steelbook. I thought that was going to go out, but no, you can still get that one. I love that though.
Yeah, I need on sale at the minute.
Very, very gingerly picked that up. That's 717 at 2,000.
Yeah, and there you go. Yeah.
717 at 2,000.
Yeah. And it's like I say. I mean, I'd had it a good 10 years before I gave it to you, I think.
Yeah, but then I thought me Colonial Marines, because they're limited editions as well, but that's not numbered.
Yeah, I think one of the ones that I know it wasn't really a limited edition, but one of the figures I regret getting rid of was the NECA RoboCop, because I love RoboCop anyway, and I think it just ended up on a car boot because we had a little at the time, and but them things are worth a fortune now as well.
Yeah,
I've still got my Ghostbusters figures, the real Ghostbusters.
Well, the original ones.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
See if I can find
one. He knows where it is. He's been playing with them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna find him. Hang on a second. Yeah, it's like me. I'm just gonna go and find me Soundwave. Hang on a second.
Next to his bed. Are they in your toy box?
There you go.
Yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
I know which one that is. That's cool. That is.
I think I've got them. I forgot all four of them. I think I'm missing Egon. I think. I've still got all my turtle figures as well. Because my mate said that this is the hardest part, because they normally got like white bendy.
Yeah.
But no, that's.
You didn't really play with them, did you?
I love my Ecto 1, because he used to go along and he used to have a little trap thing at the back, and as you went along, it pulled it into the back of the car. Tell you one thing I miss the most is my Thunder Tank.
Yeah, that was amazing, the Thunder Tank.
And the Ewok Village.
Do you know,
Mum just got all my toys, all my Star Wars toys.
Do you know what I miss now? Is that when people go to boot sales and they don't know what they've got. Now, all of a sudden, everyone's an eBay expert and they know how much everything is worth. And you're like, well, why are you bringing it to a boot sale? Sell it on eBay and pay your fees, you miserable bastard.
I mean, like, all the stuff I had is going to be worth money now. Like, I had an AT-AT, an X-Wing, an ST, I had the Ewok Village, I had all that stuff. I mean, Mum just was like, you don't need that anymore. My friend's got a new baby. And that, like, not baby, but child younger than you.
Your first order Stormtrooper's worth jack shit, Steve.
No, right? So I went into the charity shop and she does me a deal every so often in there. And she was like, oh, your little lad will like this. And I've even got the gun for it. And I was like, go on, how much do you want for it? She was like, oh, $2.99. So, all right, then, go on. So, but because I've bought a couple of Star Wars things off her, she thinks I'm absolutely a fanatic of all these things.
I try to explain this to the kids when they come round or I'm with them and I'm buying a new Transformer or something like that, or they see an old one come through the post, or they're looking at me Vinted and they see a Transformer from the 80s. Why are you spending your money on that? That's old as you. And it's that's the point. It's as old as me. And it's just your childhood. And I look at what the kids are playing with now and what's in the stores now. Where do you see yourself? What toy line now do you see collecting in 20 years' time that's got the same grip on you as a Star Wars or a Transformers or something like that. Because they're all reprints of what we used to play with 30 years ago.
I don't think it's just that. I think the thing is just thinking about it. Like, I was thinking some of the stuff that Leo has, or that Ollie had when he was younger, and it's like they're not built like they used to be. The quality of the things are crap. I mean, they were proper thick figures that was. I mean, they stood the test of time.
I'll be honest. I was gutted.
Peppa Pig will be collectible when we're all fucking vegans and
yeah,
you're not allowed
to they're built shit. What were you saying, mate? Sorry, go on.
No, I was just saying I was gutted, and I don't know why, but when the wife sold our entire toy collection of Paw Patrol stuff,
yeah,
I felt like I grew
a little bit inside of you died.
Yeah, I was like, she's like, oh, do you feel like the kids are growing up and there's a little bit? I was like, no, I'm gonna miss those fellas. I had the big Paw Patrol, and all that. I think because at the time, coming up to Christmas, they were sold out everywhere. And then there was you had the normal pups, but then you had the 2 extra ones like Everest and Tracker. Look at me, I know all about. And when I was out, I bought them. The kids were interested, but I was like, and stuff like that. I'm just like, for me, of all the stuff that's come out, the kids play with, Paw Patrol is the closest it's got because you've got the vehicles. That's close to Mask. I would just love them to re-release. They haven't re-released all the Mask toys, have they?
No, I mean we've got loads of we've got loads of Paw Patrol. We've got loads of Thomas, loads of different things. And I think the best one for me was like with my eldest was Cars. Like when that came out, I think I actually liked it more than he did. I'm sure of it because we're like, oh, we're gonna have to get this car, we're gonna have to get this, gonna have to get that. And I think we ended up with a massive collection of car stuff that I actually enjoyed more than he did. I'm sure it was.
See, so this is what I'm talking about, right? You've probably seen.
Yeah, I've got one like that.
These for like your Transformers and your Thundercats and stuff like that. So these are carded figures to make look like the 80s, the 70s, 80s figures that were released for the support of the movie. And I picked these up from Carboy Chris when he brought them back from the States the first time. And these were the license from 1979, but the 2013 releases.
Yeah.
So if you're not careful and you haven't spotted that, then you're thinking, do you know what? You've got a 40-year-old figure here.
Yeah.
And like you say, but when you've got shops, the charity shops and stuff, and normal shops selling these for like 90 quid, and you're like, but they're not 90 quid worth of figures.
No. What's he getting now?
You'll know more about this than I will. Look at that.
Look at that.
Let me put you on big screen.
What?
Let me see which one it is.
So it got like a clock in the middle.
It's a watch.
Oh, that's awesome. You're not selling that one to me either, are you?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't want it.
Hey, we didn't say no.
No, he just said he doesn't want it.
It looks like on the back. It's got a Disney. Hang on.
Where did you get it from?
One of my mates gave it to us. He was just getting this stuff.
$7.99.
Yeah, but it's got like a Disney thing on there.
It'll be from a Disney park.
Yeah, I was going to say if it's Disney, it's only a couple of years old.
Yeah, it'll be a Disney park release, and it'll be obviously then sold.
Manufactured and copyright 1993 by Hope Industries.
Bloody hell!
Yeah, so that'll be like that. Copyrighted at 1979, but like a 2015 release.
So if anybody's watching and knows what this thing is, because if you look here, I don't know if you can probably see it. Where's my camera, Paul? Where's my camera?
Put it on big screen,
Steve. Get you on big screen, mate. Let's have a look.
There you go. Is it gonna
hold it there? Hold. Steve's not doing it. Come on, big screen, Steve.
I am doing it. 2 seconds. There we go.
This bit here, other side. This bit here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Trying
it's
to get it.
copyrighted 1993, it says, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 86, obviously, because of the movie.
Yeah.
That Disney, that blue Disney, I'm sure that's the vintage as well.
So I don't know. Maybe your viewers know how much this is actually worth.
I'll find that for you now, mate. 2 seconds.
There's a good one. Cars. I bought all the cars for my son and loved them. He gave them to my grandchild, and my bloody daughter sold them. When my grandchild didn't play with them anymore, I nearly killed my daughter. Yeah, that's true. I would definitely be thinking the same thing, to be honest.
Oh wow, you've got people making alien clocks out of LPs. Oh yeah.
Steve's got distracted. Does it give you any name on it as to what it is?
Well, you've got hang on. You see that there says Operation Aliens there,
Yeah.
and then you've got it's
Operation
branded
Alien.
by.
Was it Operation Aliens the what they did the place in London?
So yeah, in the background there you got Operation Aliens, Alien Queen, Queen Watch,
12
tail
nights.
wraps around your wrist, move your head.
It's not time to shop now, says Big Steve. Says Lindsay and Alvin, Big Steve.
There you go. 19 Operations Aliens, 1993 Alien Queen wristwatch. Out of box, 13 quid. In box.
So inbox is at least 300.
in box is 20 quid.
Oh well, there you go.
It's nice little thing.
There's none in the UK. They're all abroad.
Yeah, because America most likely.
Yeah.
Do you want it?
I'll chat later.
No, you can, if you want it, you can have it.
Yeah.
Just send us your chat. Send us a chat after the chat, and
Will do, mate.
I'll put it in a box and hide it your way. I don't want any money.
Just remember, he's trying to get the money together to buy Quantum Leap.
Yeah, no. It's got no use here, and I can't be asked to put it. So if you'd like it,
Awesome. It'll find a nice home up there with the rest of them.
mind you, obviously, if I send it to you, and you go, actually, it's worth £1,600 or something. I want some of it. All I ask in return is if you go to charity shops and you find some.
Do not open it.
I tell you.
Do not open it.
I won't open it. How often, Steve, do I send you stuff that I find in charity shops?
Oh, whatever crap he finds, it just comes in my bloody post box.
I'll
just have to find a box for it. Should be able to.
But don't, for the love of God, open that when it's 1993.
No, I'm not going to open it, mate. It's going to be up
It's
there.
not the best of conditions on the side, but it's steel.
Yeah, it's nice, that, mate. It's really nice.
That'll go really nice with the wall art thing that we bought last week.
Oh, that's brilliant. So now she's not inheriting anything. Missed that chance.
No, well, that's what going back to what we were saying about the kids before. They don't understand why I collect what I collect, and I'm going, but that's your inheritance. And they go, why would I want shitty plastic toys? And I'm like, but they're not shitty plastic toys. They're collectibles.
That's the problem. When Star Wars toys came out, nobody knew they'd be worth as much as they are now.
No.
Steve, if you go before me, we'll bury you with all the Transformers in some sort of fight scene battle.
Yeah. I want to be encased in resin with the Transformers around me.
You can have one of those special coffins that transforms into ash when you put it in the crematorium.
Yeah, I'm taking it all with me. You're not getting anything.
Anyway, guys, I'm not to spoil the party, but I'm gonna go because I'm gonna spend some time.
I appreciate you flipping on, mate. That's a bit amazing.
I thought I'm bored tonight. I'm gonna, but yeah, message me.
I'll message you, mate. We'll sort something out.
We'll sort something as well. And yeah, cheers, guys. Thanks everybody for watching as well.
Cheers, mate. Catch
have
you
a great weekend, mate.
Have a good evening, guys, and I'll catch you later.
Have a great mate. Have a great weekend, buddy. Thank you.
Cheers.
Oh, it's always good when he pops on. Right, lady. I've just bit my tongue.
Right, before you start calling stuff, we need movie. We need everything we've missed in the last half an hour.
Okay. What did we miss in the last half hour?
Wheels for a start.
Okay. Present. There we go. Share screen. Told you, a bit more relaxed tonight. Just because.
Who gets to choose the movie?
The Wheel. Okay. Actor, are we ready?
Go on. Who is it?
Liam Neeson.
Okay.
So we'll be talking a lot about Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe. Homework.
Night, Chili.
Movie.
Hope you feel better soon. Oh. Have you seen that yet?
I've not seen this yet, no.
Oh, it's really good.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll watch it again, though.
All right,
I think
let's
it's down
spin
here,
it again
actually.
then if you've already seen it.
No. Fine. There we go.
Lana's still really upset because the first week we did this, she put that Goodnight Mr. Tom on the wheel.
Yeah.
And we've bought it on DVD, right? So we can watch it when it comes up on the wheel. And it's not come up yet.
So put me on big screen, mate.
Never seen it.
What do you reckon to this dude? Put this out. Put him up. Put it up.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it's a TY. I forget what the exact names are now, but it's obviously 2012. But he was in one of the charity shops the other day. I literally was walking into town. I was like, I'm going to pick that up because that's really cool. So, have you got any pickups this week?
I did a video.
That's fine. I'll do a video then.
Do you remember last week when you called me off for doing pickups of the week? Because the week before I said, let's not do pickups anymore. We'll do them as videos. And you went,
yeah. I'll show you this beforehand. I'll show you this beforehand because this turned up. I got this off our favourite reseller.
Yes, you did say that you spent money on that.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Do you know what happened, ladies and gents, right? Chris shares something with Steve and I, right? And then we start talking about it in the group. And then the group goes awfully quiet, right? And then
it would never have hit you anyway.
The next day or so, Chris will put a video out and Steve's bought it. That's what happened with the Mighty Ducks.
No, did you see what he did, though? See what he did? He put it in the background of that bloody whatnot thing. And I'm like, I'm waiting for someone to go, oh, I like that, Chris. I was like, you bastard. Absolutely bastard.
So he'll share something with us and he'll go, oh, how do you guys like this? And all of a sudden we start talking about it and then it'll just go dead. And it was just like, right, him and little Steve are doing some sort of fucking backdoor deal here.
No, we do exactly the same thing, so don't give me that crap.
Steve, it wouldn't even go over my head.
No, it wouldn't. So I don't know what you're worrying about.
The fact that Chris said it was tight on him, that wouldn't go.
No, it's not. Honestly, no, it's not. No, it wasn't. Unless he's put on weight since I last saw him. But I was like, we were in mid-conversation that day, and then he put it on in the background on this whatnot, and I was like, So when it was done over and done with, I was like, right, come on, what do you want for it? But the thing is, you're not going to see a top like that all the time, mate. It's not your
No.
usual stuff. So
But
I was like,
then again, for that to be hanging up behind my door, it'll just be taking up space.
no, I mean,
You know.
I like it. So the stuff on there is the stuff that's important to me. The rest of it can just go in the wardrobe. But no, it's cool that. But then let's say I've got a few pickups from this week, but I'll put out a video on it.
If you want to show them, mate, you can always do.
No, it's fine. But because to be honest with you, fingers crossed he goes to school tomorrow because he's kicked off the last 2 days.
Well, he won't go to school tomorrow. Well, they're on strike, aren't they?
No, it doesn't affect his school.
Oh, it's Thursday today, isn't it? It's the second day of the strike today.
No, it's not the first day today, is it?
It was Wednesday, Thursday, isn't it?
I don't know, mate. But the thing is, because
his
is a special school, so they get paid differently. They get paid more money than the
anyway, I've got no sympathy for the fucking teachers. Well, do you know the next time they want to try and find a parent for taking a kid out of school? Let's remind them how many times they striked or impromptu teacher training days this year.
Yeah, mate. I mean, if you don't take the strikes into consideration, I was saying to you the other week, like there's only March, and obviously that's been disrupted. There's only March where they don't have some sort of holiday or an insert day.
Yeah. You know, the other week when they were off for half term, my eldest got a text message on the Thursday before they were going to be going back on the Monday. And then he said, oh, by the way, we're having a teacher training day on the Monday and we're striking on the Tuesday. No, you just wanted an extremely long fucking weekend.
Yeah, it's not like they striked again on the Thursday, is it?
No. And then my eldest has got to do mandatory lessons after school to catch up on the homework, on the work they missed during the 2 years of COVID. Never mind. And the teachers are complaining that they've got to do mandatory lessons. Oh, boo fucking who? Have another fucking strike day.
Well, it's like last week.
Don't get
me started. Last week, like Leo's school was closed on the Friday. Yeah, it snowed worse here on the Thursday.
Yeah.
Like by 11 o'clock on Friday morning, the snow had all disappeared. Yet he managed to go to school on the Thursday after it started snowing on the Wednesday. And then on Friday, we get a phone call going, oh, just so you know, the school's going to be closed today. I'm like, oh, that's convenient that it's a Friday.
Yeah. Don't get me started on teachers. You know,
how these normal parents actually get to work, honestly, I'll never know. Because me and Lou doing opposite shifts is the only way it works.
That's why my son wants to study to be a teacher. Yeah, because you get
6 weeks off in the summer and about 1,200 weeks off in the year.
Yeah, and then they go, oh, well, we can't take holidays in term time and it's dead expensive for us. Well, why do you think parents take kids out of school at the last week of the year when you're playing ball game? They tried to fine us for me, little and Amelia. The last couple of days of the school term, and we took him. We were talking to the headmistress, and so what is she actually going to be doing this last couple of days of school term apart from playing fucking mousetrap and fucking hopscotch in the yard? And they can't tell you because they're not doing anything, are they, apart from watching Scooby-Doo movies?
Yeah. They genuinely tried to get you for it.
They sent a letter, yeah.
What did you do? Ignore it?
No, the ex appealed it, and she, like say, we won because she wasn't missing anything of value.
No. Wow.
But let them see how much they'll get from fines now this year when they've striked half the year.
Yeah.
Anyway, like I say, I don't like having political conversations on this channel.
Hey, does that mean that the next show we'll be doing it together?
Thursday? Why are you coming up?
No,
on
it's
Thursday
not. Yeah, no, it's all right. I thought for some reason I thought we were doing it on Friday, but no, it's Thursday. Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah,
we can do it Friday if you want. We can.
No, we'll do it Thursday because I want to chill out if I'm coming up on Friday.
What time are you coming up on Friday? You here during the day or?
Well, I booked the Friday off, so I'll see how long it takes me to get ready. I'm just going to manage it on my levels.
Well,
there's no point like fucking setting off after I've just done my insulin. I'll just crash.
I'll be working from home, mate. So you're more than welcome anytime on the Friday, and I'll even get you a pizza in. How's that?
I know, I've heard about that. That's enticing. And then we can sit down and finally watch Grease 2 together.
Fuck off.
Followed by The Greatest Showman.
If you bring them anywhere near my house, I'm locking you outside.
I just sneak shit into your collection.
No, that's going to be the worst bit about it, is that you're going to be in my room for 2 nights, and I'm going to come in on the Sunday when you've gone. I'll be Transformers are going to be wearing me Star Wars wear, or my teddy bears are going to be humping each other, or something fucking stupid, and I'll have to put my room back to normal.
Your G1s are going to be with your G3s. There's going to be chaos.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Worf's going to be getting butt fucked by Predator. I'm not looking forward to it, ladies and gents. I'm really not. Right. Before we get off on another tangent, let's call it a day there. So thank you very much for everyone that stuck with us this evening. I know other people have had whatnot lives and stuff like that going on tonight. So I appreciate you watching us and sticking with us. So thank you very much for that. We have got the Movie Chats meetup on the 25th, which is next Saturday. And as you know, Little Steve will be coming up here. So we will be live probably on the Saturday at some point, catching up with everybody and just filming some of the mayhem that will be going on. Because
especially Andrew's going to be there.
Andrew's going to be there, so there's definitely going to be some sort of mayhem there.
We're going to find him.
We do like to put out regular content out on the channel. Now, like I say, the last video I put out was a pickups video. Now, we have been asked for some top 5s and some movie reviews, which we've split up between the 2 of us. So keep an eye out for them as well. And like I say, we are on 442 subscribers. Now, when we do get to 500, Little Steve has said he will do a giveaway there. Don't forget to go onto Spotify via the link and come up with a playlist for me to go in the gym. We have had some cracking suggestions so far on the playlist, so please go and check it out. And feel free to add whatever. If you need to, please message me and I'll put the link. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put the link onto Instagram as well for you, so it'll be there as well. So you can either find it on there or find it on Instagram. We've been Movie Chats. Thank you very much, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Take care, everybody. Thank you. Bye.